come what may be the pocket, but it is possible that you can travel as per your pocket anywhere in the world. And so let's run to the trip of Leh Ladakh with us. I would share my journey, my budget to this extreme roads of Leh Ladakh. Hey guys, don't be the Gama in the land of Lama. I'm wearing this. It's eating. Okay, now I'm done. This trip was from Delhi to Jammu, from Jammu to Srinagar, from Srinagar to Kargil, from Kargil to Leh, and from Leh to Hunda, Pangong, back to Srinagar, and we didn't stay at Jammu and we were off for Delhi. So this is my itinerary, and further to that, I would, before we start our journey, let's have quick checkpoints in mind which are very important, and those are: 1. If you're having your own car, don't forget to have the servicing done. 2. You are traveling to Jammu and Kashmir area. So when you're traveling to Jammu and Kashmir, there is one important thing to be kept in mind, and that is SIM cards. No prepaid SIM cards work in J&K. Okay, so before you leave for your journey, it is better that you have your SIM cards transferred in postpaid, and it is preferable that you have BSNL SIM cards. That works everywhere in Leh Ladakh. Other also works, but when you go in the outskirts of Leh, it won't work. So it is better you take BSNL card. Third thing is medicine. So it is a high altitude zone, so don't forget to have the medicines which are referred for this area. And the most important thing when you enter Leh, that is inner line permit, that you will be requiring, so don't forget that. So these are the 4 things. If you keep in mind, it will be helpful for you to travel in this journey. Now let's move to our budget. Since we were traveling in our own car, so I saved money with the rentals of the car. Okay, and for diesel, in my Duster car, which gives an average of 15 km per liter, it took around 2,993 kilometers from Delhi via Srinagar to Leh, back to Srinagar to Delhi. And for 2,993 kilometers, my cost was 12,800 rupees. We finished with diesel, and now guys, while traveling from Delhi to Leh, you will come across many tolls. Okay, and it is mandatory that if you are traveling in your own or in a rental car, you will have to pay the toll which comes across. So for all the tolls, it cost us 1,970 rupees net that we paid for the toll anywhere across from Delhi to Leh. Now let's move to the stay. Third point is where did we stay? In just 10,371 rupees per head. So before I talk about my stay, I want to tell you that how we managed. We had decided that we'll be staying in one room and we'll be asking for extra bed. We were 4 of us, so we can ideally stay in one room. See guys, there's one thing that I would love to share with you, is that we were 4 and we stayed in one room. We preferred that we take extra beds and we'll save money on that. So we normally do such things wherein it'll be a comfortable journey, and it helps us basically to communicate with each other and to keep on time. Okay, we don't have to run around in each other's room or keep calling and somebody's on the silent call and all that stuff. So we save that time by staying in one room. So even you can prefer doing that and save money and do a beautiful touring. So guys, this stay from Delhi to Leh was like this. On very first day we stayed at,
we are at J&K tourist center.
And this hotel is near to Raghunath Temple at Residency Road. And it is a very ideal place to stay because you will find markets and everything nearby. And here we spent 1250 rupees during the time when we traveled. That was recently in June, and when we traveled it was 50% off. So anyways, it was in our budget, and 1250 rupees we spent at Jammu for including extra bed, and that was an AC room. From there, when we moved next day, now second day we stayed at Srinagar. At Srinagar, for us it was like good that our PR worked, and we got a complimentary stay at Srinagar. So there we need not have to pay for our stay, but we stayed at Oberoi Inn, and definitely you also can stay at Oberoi Inn. Oberoi Inn is at Rajbagh, and it's an ideal place to stay. It's safe in today's time when the situation is really serious in Srinagar. From there, if you cross this Abdullah Bridge, Dal Lake is just next to that bridge. So, and it is also an exit point for Leh. On day 3, we traveled from Srinagar for Kargil. Our third day was at Kargil, and at Kargil we stayed in La Barula.
This is Hotel La Barula at Kargil. This is the restaurant. Chess. And almost all rooms have 360-degree view of the scenic beauty.
Here we spent 1200 rupees. 1200 rupees again we shared, like in one room with extra bed, and food was extra. That I'll talk later. So guys, this is 4th day, and on 4th day we moved from Kargil to Leh. So here in Leh, with our PR again, we were able to get one like hotel, but that was not sufficient for 4 of us. That room was not sufficient, and so he helped us to get another homestay. So here we had nice Tibetan lady who gave us her home to stay, and but it cost us more. It was 1500 rupees. Okay, so 1500 rupees were a little higher from what we had decided for our budget, but since our partner was, one of our mate was not feeling well, so we thought of occupying this room, and next day we could go ahead with hunting another hotel. So now I am in Leh, to the amazing, mesmerizing place where we dreamed of, and anybody could dream of in India. Now in Leh, next day, there are things which I had told you before starting with our budget, that our 4th thing, that was permits, inner line permits. This inner line permits are very important, and you have to take this inner line permits here in Leh if you are going to the outskirts from the Leh city. It will cost you 400 rupees per person, 30 rupees per day in case you are traveling for 2 days out of Leh city. So this you will get, the offices is just next to the market, or else your hotel guys also can help you to get those. So this is quite comfortable to have inner line permits, and next day again we hunt for another room, as I told you. So next day in Leh we opted for Greenview Hotel.
This is the room where we are staying here in Leh at Greenview Guest House, and this is the rooftop. It's beautiful. It's made out of wood, and even the view out is really
Nice from this room. We can see Vishwashanti Stoop from here.
All the residents of Leh are really welcoming. They really know that how they need to treat tourists, and you will find yourself at home. There's always a smiling Jule for every one of us. And even we used to say Jule, and I also say that Jule, please come to Leh. So this next day we got the stay at Greenview Hotel in again 1200 rupees. So even here we spent 1200 rupees, and now we got our permits done. Today we had travelled here in Leh at Thiksey Monastery and Market, and also Shea Monastery. So this was our sightseeing for that day, and then next day we moved to Hunda. So now on the 6th day, we are now traveling in the morning from Leh to Nubra Valley, and we'll be staying at Hunda. Now in between we are going to cross Khardungla Pass, which is the highest motorable road in the world, and it is 18,380 feet high, guys, and here your medicines are required. So don't forget to take this medicines 48 hours prior to your journey, because it will work only then. Otherwise, you are going to have that nausea, that headache, and all that stuff. But your willpower works a lot, so take that along with you. Now we are going to reach Nubra Valley on 6th day, and we are staying at Hunda there in a homestay. Guys, even I would suggest that although we have like resorts, we have hotels over there, and again it will cost around 900 to 1200 rupees. You will get a nice rooms over there, but it is preferred if you stay at homestay. Homestays, you will get that local feel, that warmth of Tibetan lifestyle and the local food. And if you are in Leh and if you are not enjoying that, then what's the point? So we stayed at Padma Homestay. Padma was serving us there. Both the couples, like husband and wife, were there, and we had a nice, night spent at Hunda. Over there, we spent 1700 in total with food. So for stay, we spent there 1000 rupees for 4 of us, and for meals we spent 700 rupees. For meals I'll be talking later, but for stay I spent 1000 rupees. Over there, like in Hunda, you can enjoy camel ride. It's a desert over there, and for camel rides you spend 200 rupees per head. But that will come later on. Now, our 6th day was spent at Hunda. Next day morning, we left via Shayok River for Pangong. Now, Pangong Lake is a place where one need to stay. Okay, although we didn't stay over there, but I would suggest that one should stay at Pangong so that you can enjoy sunrise and sunset over there. It's a beautiful, amazing place, and you should not miss staying there. And it will cost around 400 to 500 rupees per tent, and you can manage in that amount. You have restaurants, you have stay facility at Pangong. So guys, we didn't stay, but I would suggest you to stay, please. Now on the 7th day, we came from Pangong to Leh. Here I would like to share one thing with you, and that is prefer to go from Leh to Hunda as we did, and from Hunda to Pangong. Normally travelers, what they do, or even the guides over there, what they prefer, that they will take you to Hunda and then again back to Leh. Then next day again they will take you to Pangong and back to Leh. So here what happens, that the way we did, you're going to save around 125 to 150 kilometers, and also your time. We saved our 1 day. How, I'll tell you. Now on 7th day we are back to Leh in the same Greenview hotel, and here again like we are going to spend 1200 rupees per night. Next day morning again we decided to stay in Leh, which you can skip. Okay, you may skip this day and you can travel back to your journey, your back journey. But we preferred, the reason behind, since we document, we do our like photography, and we have our own things to do, so we stayed there for 2 more days. Again on the 8th day we are at Greenview hotel, and we are going to do our sightseeing. We are going to document few monasteries here, and again on 9th we will be doing all the documentation. But you can skip 9th day and you can save on your journey by returning back to Srinagar. But we prefer to stay there because we wanted to document. This is my itinerary till 9th day, where I spent 3,600 rupees for 3 nights in Leh. This is our 10th day when we are moving from Leh to Srinagar. Guys, here we are going to save our journey to stay back at Kargil. We are not going to stay at Kargil, we are going to come directly to Srinagar because we have already documented while going to Leh from Srinagar. So now we are going to save our time. We'll be spending some time at Alchi Monastery and this Lamure Monastery, and which was supposed to be documented, and doing that we came back to Srinagar. So 10th night again we spent at Oberoi, and 11th night also we spent at Oberoi. We had to document a few places at Srinagar. We wanted to know certain things, and then we took our back journey to Delhi. Here we didn't stay at Jammu. We would have stayed at Jammu, but we had some important things to be done. There was some emergency and we had to drive all the way from Srinagar to Delhi. So it was a long journey, but we preferred that. But you don't do that. You can stay back at Jammu and you can go there. Since we stayed at, 1 day we spent at Srinagar, that you can skip, and 1 day we spent at Leh, that also you can skip. So guys, this was my like itinerary for the stay in all these places. So guys, this was my itinerary from Delhi to Leh via Srinagar, back to Delhi via Srinagar in 11 nights and 12 days. The total it cost me for all this stay was 9,750 rupees. Yes. So in this amount, one can ideally spend 11 nights journey to Leh.
I'm at Khalsi, way to Leh.
So guys, it's time to fuel us. We were 4 of us, as I told you earlier, and with this team of 4, we had decided that on food budget, we are not going to spend more than 1,500 rupees per day. We'll have 3 meals, breakfast, lunch and dinner, which is ideal for such kind of journey. And don't skip any of the meals. It is important that you are energetic and you are fueled yourself. So here, as I had told you that 500 rupees per meal. But normally in breakfast, it will cost you not more than 200 to 250 rupees with all that aloo paratha or maybe noodle or say omelette or bread butter and tea or coffee. Fine. So that average can be settled, like you can adjust that amount in the other 2 meals. Now what we spent in our food was 13,527 rupees net. Yes guys. And which cost us per day 1,230 rupees. So we saved 270 rupees per day. It's an ideal saving. So we were under budget. Now let's move on for the entry fees, parking, wherever. Now for entry fees, like for the monasteries, normally it is 15 to 30 rupees, differs with the monastery, but not more than this. So per person it will cost you 15 to 30 rupees, and for the monasteries entry fees, wherever the parking were asked, and for the camel ride, this whole total reached to what it was. It was, I guess, 1530 rupees that I had spent for the entry fees, camel ride, and parking. Okay, so this concludes my whole budget from diesel, toll, stay, food, inner line permit, entry fees, including parking, and the camel ride or the shikara that we took. So here was my conclusion with the budget. And that's how we achieved with 4 of us in 41,485 rupees per head. It cost me 10,371 rupees, and that's true. And even you can have this journey in 10,371 rupees for 11 nights and 12 days beautifully. So now it's time to like me. Do like me please, and press the red button so the bell can ring and you can reach me as fast as you can. And please do subscribe me. I am looking for you to watch my next video, and I'll come on the next video with my detailed itinerary for Leh Ladakh. Keep watching.